Want to see how I built fancy sprinkles in 7 years when no one thought I could? I started making premium sprinkle blends in my tiny home office in 2016. I sent out care packages to online bakers who I knew would love them. My online store blew up in the coming months as influencers were posting about them organically all the time because they loved the sprinkles so much. I quickly outgrew my home office and in 2 months found a shitty little office space in Burbank, California, which we converted into our little 1,000 square foot warehouse. I hired a couple of girls to help me mix sprinkles and pack orders, and 3 months later we were already outgrowing the space. This is when I started panicking. We had no room to walk because the inventory was growing so fast. The problem was that I signed a 2-year lease. I started looking at other warehouses and found a 10,000 square foot facility nearby, which felt huge at the time. But in my gut, I knew we would fill it up so quickly. You can't imagine the catastrophes we dealt with, from plumbing in the building to shipments of jars being held in customs, holding up the order fulfillment process, sprinkles not arriving on time, sprinkles arriving in the wrong color. Pretty sure I have permanent cortisol damage from being the founder of a small food business. Things kept going up and up until COVID, which was awful because we had to send all the employees home. Me and one other employee worked on opposite sides of the facility to pack orders. And this was a nightmare because everyone was baking during COVID lockdown, so our order volume was higher than ever. It was truly nuts. We had more orders than ever and the least amount of people possible filling those orders. But we somehow made it through. After COVID is when we saw the business dip, as most online businesses did. People just didn't want to shop online anymore. They wanted to be in stores. Due to privacy laws changing with online advertising, we just couldn't reach the same amount of customers as we did before. We knew we had to make a change, which is when we started pivoting and betting on ourselves once again by shutting down our 10,000 square foot facility and getting a 40,000 square foot facility in Chicago to turn into a larger hub to suit retail. We hired retail operation experts and beefed up our staff. This was a huge risk as our sales were dipping a lot. When we got our retail deal with Walmart, it was a sigh of relief. But unfortunately, that relief didn't last long because what they don't tell you is that you actually have to sell the product you put in stores. So this is why we really need your support more than ever. Fancy Sprinkles is new in Walmart. Not a lot of people know that. We need people to get out there and support the business just as they were doing online before. We have to make this retail expansion a success because if you can be successful at Walmart, you can be successful anywhere. Not to mention our prices are lower than ever at Walmart. They're so much cheaper than they were when we were just online. So if you love Fancy Sprinkles, please support us at Walmart. That is the absolute best way to support me in the business right now. And don't forget to tag us in your posts either. We're putting out so much cool new product in the store this year. I can't wait for you all to see it.